What do you see when you imagine an alien? Do you see little green men or towering monsters? The truth is, life on our own world is already stranger than we can imagine. From sea slugs that look like miniature dragons, to snails that build their shells from iron. If evolution on one planet can produce such wonders, what might be happening right now, in the darkness, between the stars? Let us travel to 3 possible worlds, each more alien than the next. Our first stop, the red dwarf star Oculus, 5 times smaller than our Sun. Orbiting it so closely that it's tidally locked is the planet Ypres. One side is a hell of endless ice, the other a permanent day staring into the dim glow of its star. Here, in this eternal twilight, the ice has melted into a shallow black ocean, the Eye of Ypres. It is a sea churned by a never-ending storm, where hot air wages war with the frigid winds from the ice fields. But below this chaos is a world of perfect, stable calm. We dive in, not into open water, but into a floating underwater jungle. On Earth, plants are green, reflecting sunlight they don't need. But here, the light is weak, filtered by the storm above. So the plants are a deep, uniform black, absorbing every last pathetic ray of infrared light. The jungle has grown for billions of years, a tangled kingdom so dense that only death makes room for new life. Something moves in the darkness, huge, streamlined shapes that glide through the black water. Like underwater cattle, they graze lazily on the dark leaves. They are safe. They are at peace, until the forest itself seems to turn against them. Suddenly, a patch of leaves lunges forward, wrapping a distracted grazer in a deadly embrace and dragging it down into hungry jaws. A predator that has had eons to perfect its camouflage. But this is not a war of sight. In this crushing darkness, hunter and prey have never evolved eyes. This is a battle of sounds and textures. Listen. A chorus of clicks, whistles, and rumbles. Countless species are singing to each other, painting a picture of their world with sound. A collective song of warnings and invitations. An ecosystem where the howl of a monkey is replaced by the chatter of seed eaters poking through the mud with snapping pincers, and the squeak of a poison-loaded spike bulb. It is beautiful and deeply unsettling. In this unchanging kingdom, their song may echo for billions more years, but something has noticed us. Blind creepers are slithering towards you, their vibrations testing the strange new shape in their world. It is time to leave. Our second world is bathed in the blinding blue light of the B-type star, Caeruleus. A star so hot and bright, it has burned its inner planets to a crisp. We are visiting the outermost world, Nimbus, a gas giant, much like Neptune, but seething hot, showered with 900 times more light. Titanic updrafts raise gigantic white clouds the size of countries, floating in an atmosphere warm enough for life. And up here, live quadrillions of tiny beings, a kind of cloud plankton. The most common are like flat, four-legged spiders, barely a millimeter wide, tinted yellow by the sulfur they consume. They gain lift from wispy electrostatic threads, riding the charge differences in the atmosphere like crab spiders on Earth use silk to travel the globe. Suddenly, billions of them gather, joining their threads into colossal parachutes, riding the updrafts for hundreds of kilometers. Here in the hot, high atmosphere, they will hatch their eggs and then die. But not all life here is so small. To stay aloft forever, you can either be tiny or you can become a living balloon. Enormous sky whales, taller than a skyscraper. almost completely made of a wafer-thin membrane. They are majestic and almost empty. By heating the gas trapped inside their bodies, they become buoyant, rising above the cloud sea. A lumpy, car-sized bag of organs is all that hangs beneath them. And now, it is time to feed. The bag opens, unfolding a vast, sticky net, which it lowers into the white clouds below. Much like the blue whales of Earth filter krill from the ocean, the sky whales of Nimbus filter plankton from the sky. Most is burned immediately to generate heat. The rest is converted into an orange, energy-dense nectar. This nectar is the most valuable resource on Nimbus, and something is always watching, waiting. Frog-sized jet squids, evolutionary cousins of the whales. They trail the giants, waiting for a moment of distraction. Then, they superheat and expel gas in short bursts, launching themselves like vampiric hummingbirds, their long beaks aiming to pierce the whale's skin and steal the precious nectar. Yet unlike the stable eye of Ipper, life on Nimbus is doomed. B-type stars, like Carulius, live for only a few 100 million years. This one is nearing its end. Soon it will swell and violently burn this entire world away. Life on Nimbus is just 600 million years old and has barely 10 million years left. Is this a tragedy? Or is this unique ecosystem lucky to have existed at all? Our final stop, a brown dwarf named Orsted, 13 times more massive than Jupiter, with a magnetic field 60 times stronger. We are on one of its moons, Monnier. It gets as much sunlight as Earth, but its 3-hour orbit means the days are brutally short. With low gravity and a thin atmosphere, the temperature plummets as soon as the sun sets, and dry ice begins to snow from the sky. A green and red aurora illuminates a landscape rich with iron, lead, and toxic minerals. Life here found a way by using ammonia instead of water, and by building Orsted's extreme magnetic field directly into its biology. As the star rises, its light filters through the brown dwarf's crescent, and a yellow glow rushes over the horizon. The ground creaks. Multicolored liquids trickle from fissures around you. Cryovolcanism. Brittle bundles begin to unspool, climbing towards the light. They are plants, and they don't have a minute of daytime to waste. Their blossoms are saturated with magnetic minerals. They use the extreme magnetism and low gravity to levitate, reaching a kilometer into the sky, chasing the sunset for as long as possible. But do not touch them. With a loud crack, the sky flower detaches and drifts away. Suddenly, you are surrounded. Hundreds of shiny critters zoom by. Ice-skating snails circling the entire moon faster than the sunset. From their heads, 2 long, electrically conductive stalks emerge, acting as magnetic kites that drag them along at breathtaking speeds. They live in symbiosis with photosynthetic microbes on their shells, a biological solar panel providing sugars in exchange for a ride in perpetual sunlight. If they stop, their partners freeze and they starve. The harmonic scene is violently interrupted. The ground splinters and a spiked metal claw shoots out, grabbing a skater and crushing it. It belongs to a creature like a cross between a beetle and a sea lion, an ambusher. It lies hidden in the crystalline ground, using electrically sensitive whiskers to detect the motion of its prey. Living landmines that could be buried anywhere. Darkness is falling. It's time to go home. Earth. Warm, pleasant, and familiar. These alien worlds, though imaginary, are born from the real rules of the universe. reminding us that the cosmos is filled with endless, intricate systems we are only just beginning to grasp. The search for life is a search for possibilities. Possibilities that stretch the very definition of what it means to be alive. To join us on more journeys into the amazing, the terrifying, and the unknown, make sure to subscribe and press the bell so you never miss a new exploration. So we ask you, if you could design an alien ecosystem, what single bizarre environmental pressure would it be adapted to? Share your most creative ideas in the comments below.